All right, folks, it's time for me to officially start this tour by introducing my special co-host. You folks know him from NBC's The Tonight Show. That's my jam. And from Saturday Night Live, he is the one and only Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. We've got the very best guy. They're the best. I love them. Even though
Teen
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
All right, folks, take a look at your screens. Alrighty, folks, if you have an emergency, even if it's medical, if you drop something on the road, if you need to use the restroom, if you have issues with audio or video on your tram, please pull that red cord that's above you on the center of the ceiling. Stay seated after you do so, and I'll go over and assist you, but this will happen. Stay seated at all times, keeping your arms, legs, feet, and belongings inside the vehicle, especially when it's in motion. Folks, don't forget, Universal Studios is private property. It is strictly prohibited to jump off this tram. And smoking is not allowed here. Sorry. Also, get ready for sound effects, special effects, even water effects on the tour. So be careful with your cameras, belongings, and yourselves because you may get splish splash to tape. Look carefully at that logo and you'll know I want to dig deep into our archive right now. From one of our movies, perhaps this scene is from one of the movies that you're seeing posters of right now. Let's see if you can spot out the big star in this scene.
Oh yeah, we have a good time.
I have the room ready for you, Mrs. Barrington.
Thank you, Will.
Did you hear?
Yes. Every bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
That was great. That was great. That was great.
All right, so you caught me fibbing. That wasn't a classic scene. That's something Jimmy Fallon shot not too long ago inside of soundstage number 20. Now, speaking of sound stages, in just a second on your left, you're going to see soundstage number 12. It's actually the oldest but largest one here at Universal Studios. It's the former home of the hit reality competition series, The Voice, and it's also where we shot all these movies.
For your boat.
Now, as we cross the street, we are entering the front lot, and on your left, you can see even more sound stages. They are numbers 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7, where productions like the Netflix movie Bird Box with Sandra Bullock was filmed. It's also where we shot the comedy Grand Crew for NBC, and even Bel Air, the new version of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air for Peacock. Here are the stars of that show, Jabari Banks and Ali Showalton, to tell you more about it.
Can you just grab me a water when you can? So what is you put egg on the cheese? You put cheese on the eggs on the cheese? It's right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? I don't know, it's gotta be a lot. Yeah, we could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew in there. You know, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. For sure. You're lucky for y'all. The Banks family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments? Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love Warrior set where Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you? Well, ooh, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours. Yeah. And that was really fun. I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup, set design, props, and transportation. Transpo, yes. Yo, Transpo's the best. And they have the sweetest rides for us to play with. Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. As long as I get to drive. Oh, not if I've got the keys. Oh, not for long. Come on, man.
Don't forget to catch Bel Air streaming only on Peacock. Now, the stars of that show were right in front of Soundstage 14, which you can see here on your left-hand side. That's been home to shows like Hacks, Superstore, and even Saved by the Bell. But going back to Superstore, here is a clip of that show.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
Whose name is worth more in Scrabble tiles? Uzo Aduba or David Oyelowo? Uzo Aduba.
Now, just like the folks you saw in that clip from Hollywood Game Night, we too are going to play a game, folks, because it may be Saturday morning, but that doesn't mean that we've stopped working here. No, we're still working long and hard, producing tons of content for you folks. So whenever you see anyone walking or driving around here, folks, don't be shy. Put that arm up in the air and wave it like you just don't care, all right? Because we love greeting everyone who comes to visit us here at Universal Studios. Now, I want to know how good you folks are at greeting everyone here, so I need all of you on rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4 to raise your arms with me right now. Come on, put them up there. Don't be shy. There you go. Now, wave them side to side. Left, right, right, left, right, left. Faster, 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 faster. Try that throughout the tour, and trust me, you're going to have way more fun. Now, check out these bungalows on your left. These used to be the dressing rooms of some of Hollywood's biggest stars back in the golden age of cinema. Actors like Rock Hudson, Doris Day, even Lucille Ball, all of them practically lived here when they were shooting at Universal. Perhaps the stars of these other classics produced by Universal Television also took a break there. Let's see how many of these shows you folks remember. Now, in case you're wondering, these bungalows are now offices. Over here, you've got Bungalow 5195, and next to that number is a very familiar profile. I'll tell you more about it in just a second. But in case you're wondering, that bungalow currently belongs to the De Laurentiis Company. Now, if you love those thrillers, those suspense thrillers, you definitely recognize that profile. It belongs to none other than the master of suspense, Mr. Alfred Hitchcock. Now, why do we have that there? Turns out that used to be his office many years ago. If you were able to spot out his profile, then you'll definitely find him in the many cameos he made in his own movies.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock. We all know what they see the blood.
Now, not everything is so spooktastic on the lot, especially at Soundstages 25 and 26 here on your left. It's where we've shot productions like America's Got Talent, also Lopez versus Lopez, and even Will and Grace.
Anastasia Beaverhausen. Just an ordinary tourist from the Midwest.
Me too. What part?
Minnesota, Wisconsin. Fighting Caucasians.
Now, those characters were on a tramp just like this one, going through our metro sets, which you're seeing here on your right-hand side. The buildings and streets that we've got here can represent big cities, and one of the most famous streets we've got here is this one on the right that has buildings with stairs in front of them. That's Brownstone Street, where we shot all these scenes. Now we arrived at perhaps the most famous location on the lot. This area is officially called Courthouse Square, but many of you recognize it as the town of Hill Valley from Back to the Future.
It was actually the back lot of the courthouse square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had seen the clock tower on that ledge. It was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
All right, here's a look at some more epic productions filmed right here in Courthouse Square.
Let's go watch. No deal. You were right there.
You should please come back.
Now, folks, start looking to your right because down this first intersection, you'll see Brownstone Street once again. And once you see it, look to your left, all the way down the same intersection because you're going to see this wall that has buildings painted on it. From our point of view, we can tell that those buildings are fake, but depending on where a director decides to place a camera, they can look real. The use of camera angles to trick the eye is called trompe-l'oeil in the movie making world, and we used it for this scene.
What up,
in Bruce
JL?
Almighty.
What's good?
Grace, the dog!
I'm in the shower.
It's like that. Outside.
Because when you pause that clip right there and you look down Brownstone Street, you can see some buildings, but folks, they're not real. They're that painted wall you just saw on your left-hand side.
Outside, good.
But guess what, folks? That's not the only thing that's not real in that scene. Even the tree that Jim is leaning against, that's not real, folks. It's actually a prop from our prop department. Oh, and guess what? Even the grass that the dog is standing on, not real. It's a rug that looks like grass, and we just plop them on the sidewalks here.
Great. B-E-A-U.
And to tell you more about our beautiful Metro sets, here's once again Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No.
Hey, I'm walking.
Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
50 minutes of a feature film, that amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Now, in that interaction, you may have noticed that part of the tram fell into the depths of Skull Island. And whenever a vehicle appears on the big or small screen, we call it a picture car in the entertainment industry. Here at Universal Studios, we have a whole department full of these types of vehicles, and we're going to get there in just moments, folks. So, start getting those cameras and cell phones ready. Because you're about to see some of Hollywood's most famous vehicles up close and personal. Here's a sneak peek.
Look out!
Welcome, folks. like I said before, even the vehicle you're sitting in right now is also a fixture car. And from the world of cars, we're going all the way to the past, to the world of fossils.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's right, welcome to Jurassic Park, where we have a lot of the props from this hit film franchise, and even more picture cars, which you're going to see on your left-hand side. Of the three that we've got in this area, the huge truck in the center with the camouflage wrap on it is a famous mobile laboratory from this scene in the Lost World Jurassic Park. No, folks! Oh my gosh, folks, I apologize for that incident. I had no idea the dinosaurs were going to step out for a little breakfast. Raise your hands if you got some dinosaur spit on yourselves. Don't be shy about it. Anybody? Okay, you guys back there? Look, don't worry about it. That stuff is amazing for the skin. It's got vitamin A, B, and D for dinosaur. It'll help your teeth whiten, your hair grow. You're going to look amazing tonight, trust me. By the way, how's everybody back there in tram number 2 doing? How you guys doing? What's up? Good? I can't hear you. How's tram number 2 doing? Awesome. Tram number 3? Tram number 4? And tram number 1?
They sleep.
Awesome.
Oh, let's sleep.
Welcome to Old Mexico. This part of the lot is full of history, folks, because we've shot so many different types of productions here, including music videos like Lady Gaga's Judas, Bailamos by... Are you kidding me? How could there be thunder here? I watched the weather forecast before I came to work, and Al Roker did not dump. Rain as well? Are you kidding me? Oh, great. You know, I feel kind of embarrassed asking, but I got my hair did this morning, and I really don't want to mess it up. Does anyone here have an umbrella that they can lend me? Nobody? Well, that kind of started. It's raining a lot on the left side of the tram, but then on the right side, practically dry as a desert. How in the world does Mother Nature work? I truly don't understand this. Anyhow,
we're in trouble.
Oh my gosh, folks, there's a fly.
Get out the way!
Oh my goodness! Holy Jimmy Jonga!
They try to take us out. I did not sign up for this.
Oh, this is why I tell everybody, you gotta be careful with your cameras and belongings. You never know when you'll get splashed on the tour, and then you'll end up looking like a wet burrito, and it's not even Taco Tuesday.
I was good, I wouldn't know that.
Anyhow, check out this one villain. He didn't listen to me, and here's what happened to him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Big fat lion. Yeah, I remember that scene. I am Marty Wolf.
Wild West. This is 6.6. This is where many classic westerns were filmed. It's also where Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio shot.
I need that outfit.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I heard this where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Oh, you can count on it, fella. Now get.
Get out of there.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Oh, that Jimmy. Always horsing around, unlike these cowboys. Now, folks, as we exit this area, look to your left. On the other side of this lake are sound stages 30 all the way to 33. It's in this area where we filmed American Song Contest, The Voice, and even That's My Jam with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna move on.
I'm Jimmy Fallon, and welcome to That's My Jam! We are back for season 2! Welcome to the party zone! We've got all-star teams going head-to-head.
We're not the Wolf Day Bucks.
And in case you folks are wondering, if we film at that lake right in front of those sound stages, yes, we do. That's a famous Falls Lake, which has appeared in a number of productions, including Creature from the Black Lagoon. All right, folks, now from Park Lake is what I meant to say. We are now heading over to the other side of the world. Folks, welcome to the cobblestone streets of Little Europe. Ooh la la. It's here where productions like Bunches of Hammerstein Cinderella with Randy and Whitney Houston was filmed. It's where we shot scenes for the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and even where the Muppets have worked. This was also the setting of The Good Place, the hit comedy, which starred Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Yeah,
Now, you just heard what the bad place is like, but now I'm going to show you what it looks like, because Little Europe is famous thanks to all the classic monster movies that filmed here back in the early days of the studio. Productions like Frankenstein, Dracula, and The Mummy, they all took place here. So, folks, beware, because anyone or anything can be lurking around these buildings.
What is it now? The monster. He's in the woods. Get out the bloodhounds. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. I'm ready! Go! Take your torches and go!
Why don't you shoot this?
Now, a lot of Hollywood style filmmakers and even actors are huge fans of these classic monster movies, and here's what they had to tell us about them.
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Dracula,
Frankenstein,
Wolfman,
Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy,
The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera.
classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, bolts, it's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film.
And I was just mesmerized by these movies.
Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They still ring in our memories now, and we love them.
Oh, and if you thought that was scary, just wait till you watch this.
they're gonna fall any moment.
You know, monsters can come in all forms. They can even be animals, and a perfect example of that is Jaws, who thankfully has already been captured. It's hanging out literally right in front of that hotel here on your right-hand side, the famous Amity Hotel. And I don't know, but for some reason, after we captured Jaws, the water glistens more, the sun seems to be brighter than ever. Oh my gosh. There's another shark in the water. What is this? And that's our scuba diver, George. George, buddy, get out of the water. Jump on the boat. The team called up security. There's a man in danger in there. George, can you hear me? The shark is coming for you. Get out of there, buddy. Oh, no. They just turned George into sushi. Okay, folks, please remain calm and stay seated, all right? Our driver is one of the best in all of Hollywood. He is going to get us out of here ASAP. That means as soon as possible. Are you kidding me? How can you stop the tram? There's a man-eating shark in there, and that thing is going to get closer to us. Oh, my gosh. This is going from bad to worse. Call up the fire station. Folks, help is on the way. I can assure you we're going to get out of here. Safe and... Hey!
Oh!
Goodness gracious, folks. I just saw my life flash before my eyes. You know, this is a lot to handle.
Did y'all see all that, man?
First, we went through Skull Island. Then we survived a flash flood, and now we almost got eaten up alive by a shark. Are you kidding me? Now, can anyone on board this tram, especially you folks here on the first vehicle with me, can anyone tell me out loud what kind of shark we just saw in that water? Okay, someone said great white. That's a great guess, but no, it's not a great white shark. No, it's not a baby shark. It's what we call a plastic shark. Yes, a mechanical shark.
Really?
Very similar to the one used in Jaws.
Hey, Mary Poppins.
Now, some of you may also recognize this area as the town of Cabot Cove from Murder, She Wrote. Now, after the residents of that island fled from there, they probably ran up this road and straight over to the chicken ranch on your right. This home looks real, but it's not. It's a practical set. That means it has a steel infrastructure, and it's surrounded by all those walls, which allows producers to film inside and outside of it. This is Cologne, which has been featured on a number of programs, including TV classics like The Munsters and Leave It to Beaver, more recent hits like Netflix's Never Have I Ever, and even on Desperate Housewives, where this area was known as Wisteria Lane.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck?
Now, just like any other neighborhood on the lot, this one can be transformed based on a production's needs. For example, this grassy circular area on the left, that can be turned into a park. The homes, because they're not real, well, we can do whatever we want with them. We can tear them down, we can paint them different colors, we can decorate them a number of ways, and if you guys look at the sidewalks, you'll also notice that they have square metal grates. Well, we can lift the cover up of those square metal grates, and we can literally plug in street lights or street lamps to decorate this area. Here's a look at some other production shot here. Notice the subtle changes made to Colonial Street in each one of these scenes.
Rookie Cookie Walker.
This Nelly shot his video.
Work. Get a makeover.
By the way, it was also on Colonial Street where we shot this fun segment for the Kelly Clarkson show.
I am here on the back lot of Universal Studios to give some very special people the surprise of their lives. Stop this tram! This is the tram!
Welcome to Cloud 9. Hi, I'm America.
Welcome. Champagne brunch right here in the middle of the iconic town square. All right, everybody, let's go back to stage one. Follow me.
By the way, folks, we're almost getting to the end of the tour. We've got 15 more minutes left till we get back to the theme park. Don't forget, if you have an emergency, drop something on the road, or need to use the restroom, all you have to do is pull the red cord on the ceiling, stay seated, and I'll go over and assist you. But for your safety, do not jump off the tram. What you should do, though, is look to your right, because there's our second picture cars display area with more vehicles from the Fast and the Furious and Transformers. Now hold on tight to those seats, because we're getting to the spookiest part of the lot. Folks, welcome to the famous, or better said, infamous Bates Motel from Psycho. Oh, I see you back there in tram number 3. I can tell you're excited, aren't you?
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Well, there's Norm at the window doing his little yoga stretches. It's too early for his killer mood. Now, folks, look to your left, because in just seconds you're going to see the famous Psycho house where Norman and Mother live.
Top window. You ever watch that Psycho?
Yeah.
And speaking of scary things, folks, I want to welcome you to the set of the movie War of the Worlds, which starred Mr. Tom Cruise. Now, the airplane on your left is real. It's a Boeing 747. It cost producers $60,000, but almost $200,000 to have it split up into different pieces and transported to Universal Studios. Here's more on the making of that movie.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. Keep doing good. Keep listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Stay them closed. Robbie, get in.
All right, someone has pulled the emergency cord. If it is a medical emergency, could you please pull it one more time? All right, give me 1 second and I'll be over to help you out. Set. It's where the characters from the hit 90s comedy Coach lived, and it's also where we shot the scene for the movie The Outdoors with it. And since we're
A new phone back there! Back here!
I was gone a second. I came back in. He let himself out of the playpen. He put on Scarface, and he glued his hands to the rum bottle. Okay?
And I, because... Oh, he's center field.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, shut up. Mark Wahlberg? Me? Who else looks like Mark Wahlberg? Your girl? Mark Wahlberg's like 150 pounds. I'm 250 lean. I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg. Got a little bit of kick to it.
That's an attention getter.
I'm gonna go down to the
river. Welcome to Abercrombie & Fitch. Can we take your order? Abercrombie & Fitch. We're a great team. Nice.
I don't know why everybody trying to lose weight in the first place.
And what you're seeing on your screen is maybe some funny business, but what is no laughing matter is what happened over at Falls Lake, which you can see here on your left. This is area with a big blue wall and a big river. Well, for these scenes shot here, we actually create the backgrounds on computer, or we can build a set in front of that blue wall to cover it up, and that pit gets filled with water to create epic scenes like these. Hasta la pasta, hasta luego.
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Dennis
and
Tina?
Weren't they the best? Before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old.
We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop, but don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tram-tastic day.
Bruce said, get on Jurassic Park, we're being a punk.
Fantastic night.
One step as you exit the tram.
And everything alright. Come on. Have a tram-tastic day.
I told him no when I was
Have a tram-tastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram. And everything be alright.
Alrighty folks, we're back. Like Jimmy said, watch your step as you exit the tram. Make sure to drop off your 3D glasses in the blue bins out there, and be careful with those doors if you're leaning against them, because they're gonna lift them up. Bye. Thank you folks. Thank you for joining us at the entertainment capital of Los Angeles, Universal Studios Hollywood.